आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
On 10th February 1846, the Battle of Sobraon was fought between the British forces and the Sikh army.
The First Anglo-Sikh War had commenced in 1845 when the Sikh army crossed the River Sutlej and attacked British positions. This war consisted of a series of battles. The Battle of Sobraon was the last of them. The British victory in these battles was hard fought as the Sikh army was powerful and had excellent infantry units which had been trained under the leadership of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. At the Battle of Sobraon, the Sikhs lost about 10,000 men. The British suffered only about 230 casualties. It was a decisive victory for the British.
After the war, the Treaty of Lahore was signed on 9th March 1846 between the Governor-General Henry Hardinge and Maharaja Duleep Singh, the 7-year-old king of the Sikh Empire. This treaty reduced Sikh territorial possessions a great deal and also handed independence to the Raja of Jammu, Gulab Singh, who acquired Jammu by paying a sum to the East India Company. It was also agreed that a British resident was to be appointed at the Lahore Durbar.
सुख का दाता सबका साथी, शुभ का ये संदेश है, माँ की गोद पिता का आश्रय, मेरा मध्य प्रदेश है.
We remember freedom fighter Raja Bakht Bali, who was martyred on 10 February 1858. Bali joined hands with the rebels rallying against the British forces in Indore and Dhar areas during the First War of Indian Independence in 1857. His troops captured the fortress of Dhar in the second week of October 1857 from British occupation but could not retain it for long. However, he readied his soldiers at Lalgarh fort of Amjera state and enlisted hundreds of local tribesmen.
Before the confrontation could actually take place at Lalgarh fort, Bali was persuaded to go out of the fort for taking part in negotiations started by his chief minister, Gulab Rao. However, Bali was captured and sentenced to death. We salute the great martyr.
We also remember freedom fighter Babu Singh, who was martyred on 10 February 1945. A soldier in the British Indian Army during the Second World War, Babu Singh joined the Indian National Army in 1942. He took part in battles against the Allied forces in Burma and died in action on 10 February 1945 in Burma. We salute the great martyr.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.